welcome to another episode of North Texas Talks. I'm your host, Scott Ochoa, and we're here in downtown Sherman, Texas at CBC Creative. A big thank you to the guys that let us use their office and set this up for us. We have a special guest today talking with District Attorney Joe Brown, and we're talking about Election 2016. So welcome to the show, and we have a few questions for you.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
First off, what is your background? Give us a little background about who you are, where you've been.
Well, I've been the district attorney in Grayson County for the last 15 years, going on 16. Grew up Grayson County, University of Texas, SMU Law School. I started out in Dallas at a big law firm down there, doing civil work for the first few years of my practice. Always wanted to get back to Grayson County. Love this area, so got married, started having kids, came back here, spent a year in private practice, and then been district attorney for the last 15 years. Absolutely love the job. Love working with law enforcement, and can't imagine anything better.
Well, great. It's always nice that you love what you do. In the district attorney's office, what is the biggest challenge that you see facing the office right now?
First of all, the office is running, we feel, very effectively. The whole justice system in Grayson County running very well. We have really good law enforcement, law and order judges. We have police officers who are aggressive in what they do, but still fair. And the DA's office, we have some really seasoned, experienced prosecutors who know what they're doing, and so I'm proud of that. The challenges that we've had over the years, we've already addressed. You know, DWI enforcement is always a challenge just because of the numbers. And we have really changed the culture of how we enforce DWIs by making the penalties, enhancing penalties, by creating a on-site, on-the-roadside search warrant program where officers can actually get blood search warrants so that they can have the best evidence we can for these cases. So just taking that crime more seriously and changing the culture of how we look at DWIs has met that challenge. You know, we have challenges in mental health. We've supported the drug court program to deal with drugs. We've dealt with veterans issues. Mental health, that's always a challenge. Veterans coming back from war, you know, who have PTSD, and that contributes to their behavior that get involved in the criminal justice system. We've solved that problem. You know, we've created a veterans diversion program so that veterans who come back with PTSD and it leads to certain behaviors, if we are able to really tie that to what they did over there protecting us, then we have an alternative sentencing program so that they can go through, get better, get treatment, and avoid a conviction so that they can, you know, remain employable, get a job, and support their families. Other challenges, you know, we've dealt with jail overcrowding. We had several years where there was jail overcrowding. We implemented an award-winning program for prosecuting jail offenders, which saved absolutely millions of dollars for the county, for taxpayers, reduced that jail overcrowding, kept us from having to build a new jail facility. So those are some of the things. We continue to work on things like the drug court, supporting that so that we are being understanding on certain offenses, but also aggressive, say drug dealing. Mm-hmm. You know, there's no excuse for that. So we've sent a lot of people to prison for that, but also supported rehabilitation efforts. And so those are some of the things, the challenges that we've had that we've addressed. Looking forward, technology changes all the time, and so the way that we have to keep up with criminals online and computers. That we will address that through training and making sure we've still got we make sure the best people are in the office. So there's things with funding. They're coming from Dallas. Population is coming this way, so we will need to make sure we have the good resources, enough resources. And our Commissioner's Court has supported us very well. And we have those resources, but crime's only going to increase with more people here, and so we'll deal with that through the Commissioner's Court, and I have a good relationship with them, and I'm confident that that'll be addressed.
Wow. that's a lot going on. From the outside looking in, I don't work at the district attorney's office, so I'm not in there. That's a lot of stuff.
Crime continues. It's stayed fairly level because I think we've been aggressive and we've taken the really bad guys off the street and worked with the ones who just need to fix issues in their lives. And so I think we've cut a good balance, and I'm proud of the job that we've done.
Wow. Well, hearing all the details and the programs and the things that you've done really builds a much bigger picture of the district attorney's office than I certainly had as, quote, kind of an outsider looking in or a citizen and wondering, what does the DA's office actually do, and what does your job entail? So you've done a lot.
It's a good office, and it's something I really love doing. I like working with law enforcement. I love the fact that every day when I come to the office, it's something new, and the job never gets old, and so I just absolutely love it.
Great. Now, early voting starts mid-February, and then the actual election is March 1st. Is that correct?
Right. Election's March 1st. Then the Republican primary, the only contested Republican primary, so the race for DA will be decided at that point.
And then, what is the time frame? If you're not registered to vote, you have to do it 30 days.
I believe it's 30 days before. They need to check with the voter registration office, the district, the county clerk's office, but you have to be registered in advance of the election.
Okay. So if you're not sure if you're registered, you probably should check that out. If you aren't registered, go ahead and register now so you can get in time to be a part of that election. And be sure to vote and let, through your vote, you decide who gets to do what. And, of course, Joe Brown is up for district attorney, the reelection. We appreciate you watching this episode of North Texas Talks. A big thank you again to CBC Creative, looking over the fabulous downtown Sherman, Texas. If you like this episode, please be sure to share this and like it over at Facebook if that's where you're watching, or over at YouTube. If you want to see future episodes, even look back at the other ones, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. And as always, we'll see you next time. Joe, we'll see you around.
Thank you for having me.